What's up, Blazers? It is I, Hope Giselle, and this episode is brought to you by Audible.com, an Amazon company. Get a free audiobook download and a 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/Blaze Entertainment, or visit sponsor and supporter links on our website at entertheblaze.com. With over 180,000 titles to choose from, your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player. Now, let's start the show.
You're locked in to the hottest station on the
planet. Hey, Blazers. It is I, Hope Giselle, coming back at you for another episode of After the Blaze with my amazing partner in crime, Mr. 50 Shades of Gay.
Yes, ma'am.
How are you?
Oh, just out here trying to live the fucking American dream, making sure that I keep my cock holstered to myself.
I like that. But you know what else I like this week? I like big dicks this week. I like big dicks. No.
I like big dicks every week, so that's a difficult thing.
You know what? I don't like it this week. Sometimes big dick is not good. Yeah. Big dick is not good all the time. Big dick.
Bitch, I'm lying. I ain't never been a side queen.
But I am. I really am. I'm a big ass side queen. Like
This is my philosophy.
Okay.
I like to have control of my sphincter muscle. Bitch, I'm not trying to release a fart and have to run to the fucking bathroom because I cheated on myself. I just think that's not
that. You started.
Won't get me.
Okay. Well.
Off the big dick, please, because Lord knows I'm not getting any.
So for all of you guys who don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, it's a Nigerian singer, well, rapper, or whatever she calls herself, and she got a song about 20-inch dicks, and it's lit. So type it in Google. I'm sure it'll pop up. She got a lately, and she's sitting on the bed with cucumbers all over the place, just talking about how she loves dicks. And so for all of you After Blaze fans, if you really want to talk, if you really want to send me a listen letter, bitch, send me a listen letter about how you watched that video and got your motherfucker. Okay. So, on to Petty World News. Okay. Let's talk about
Petty.
Right, the queen of petty. Okay. I don't want to take it away from Miss Free, but I think that I'm just slightly pettier than she is.
just
like when I say literally, like I mean like an eighth of a point, like just an eighth of a point pettier.
A Lilliputian.
For real, literally.
That's a little vocabulary for that ass.
That is a very minute amount for those of you guys who just don't understand this terminology. So, the Flint water crisis. Let's get the
girl.
away.
I
don't want to say that I'm sick and tired of talking about something that should be addressed, but I'm sick and tired of talking about things that should be addressed. I am sick and tired of things that have to do with majority Black people being ignored. Flint has been an issue for years now, and it should not continue to be an issue. People in Flint should not still be drinking water bottles and boiling their water. That should not still be a thing in 2017 when this issue has happened years ago. Celebrities should not still be going to Flint to give money. You know what I'm saying? Like, the government should have handled their shit, and this should be fixed by now. And it really perplexes me as to why it's not.
This is my thing. It's kind of like, to me, and reading the article about how what they're trying to do to the Flint, Michigan residents.
Right.
I'm with Free and Kwame. It's like, you are wanting me to pay you for you poisoning me. It's almost like they're saying, fuck your health, fuck all of the side effects that you and your family, children, to be exact, are experiencing. You pay me my motherfucking coin, or your house is going to go up for foreclosure. That's like a fucking smack in the faces of everyone affected by the Flint, Michigan water crisis. And to me, fucking government will even allow that? That's inhumane.
First of all, to know that you have an entire region of people being affected by poisoned water, and the fact that that's not a main priority on any bill.
Exactly.
It's not. It hasn't been the main topic of discussion in any of the Senate meetings. It hasn't been brought to like any of the floors, as far as I know, on CNN. And like, I'm an avid CNN watcher,
Right.
and none of like this crisis has not been brought up.
And
At
the
all.
reason why is it goes back to the demographic that's being affected
Affected.
by it,
Yeah, yeah.
and that's
Because
fucked up.
yeah, but life is fucked up, and just like
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure if the suburbs of fucking Flint, Michigan were affected by this, it would be fixed. Like one person complains, and within 24 hours, I'm willing to bet the fucking issue is resolved.
First of all, it wouldn't have been called a Flint water crisis. It would have been the Flint phone call made by Mary, and that would have ended.
Flint
That would have
resident complains of poisoned water.
been.
Flint
I
government
believe
officials
that
jumped on
I
it as
am disgusting. Child, first of all, Mary would have called, and Mary would have been just as sweet, and Mary would have politely said that her water came out around, and she believes it to be poison. And baby, they would have got themselves right on up there, and they would have fixed Mary's water, even if they had to fix
right.
the entire ocean and filter that water for Mary. Mary would have had clean water. I guarantee you that. Guarantee it.
Fuck
I
Mary.
guarantee it.
My nerves, people.
Are
I just
shot.
cannot.
My nerves are shot. Okay, so Kwame, I mean, no, Kwame's on my mind, and that's probably because he's laughing at us in the studio right now. That's probably because Kwame is probably just dead right now.
Right.
But no, 50. I need to ask you about.
Mm-hmm.
So they always sign on Queen Bee, right? They always,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, they always have something to say. So now
Mm-hmm.
she got lip injections and whatnot.
All I gotta say is, you that bitch when you call out this conversation. Like these bitches reach, like they could sneeze in a different key than that she usually sneezes in, and these bitches will be all over the place talking about some Beyonce is trying to sneeze like Whitney Houston. Like people, I don't understand why every fucking thing that she does is placed under this fucking microscope of negativity. I'm just like, this bitch is pregnant with twins. Pregnant with fucking twins, and then all of a sudden her lips she starts to get the pregnancy lips. She starts to get the fucking pregnancy ankles, and you bitches talking about she got lip injections. Why didn't we say she got fucking ankle injections? Have you seen her fucking ankles?
First of all,
I don't understand. Like these bitches just mad for no reason.
I never understood the bullshit, but I do have to throw a little bit of shade at my own Queen Bee because I just want to congratulate her on her first pregnancy. And
she's not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that.
I would love to congratulate her on her first pregnancy and being able to experience these things for the first time because it's a beautiful thing to become a mother your first time around. And I think there's
second time around. Second time around.
I think that she's a mother already, but to carry her children for the first time around is beautiful for her. And
so wait a minute. The first time around, who carries the baby?
Some rich white bitch named
Girl. Come on now. Now, if Blue Ivy didn't look like Beyonce and Jay-Z, I would probably agree with you. But Blue Ivy is a splitting fucking image of Beyonce and Jay-Z. Beyonce carried that baby 2 terms.
Blue Ivy is a splitting image of money. Green money. And the things that
I can't stand y'all.
That is what Blue Ivy is, a splitting image of green money in America that can do whatever you say it needs to do.
We can agree to disagree on that. I still love you so much. We can agree to disagree. Because, we can go on and on and on.
We can, and we will. And we will at a later date. We damn
Let's do that off the air.
Yeah, I got you. So Drake impregnates a porn star or
Oh, girl.
no. Because we only talking about one of these ratchet ass topics for the last one. So I'm giving you an option. Okay.
Mm.
Against my better judgment, we could talk about Drake or we could talk about this Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion. Which one you going for? What
Oh.
pick your poison and pick it wisely.
Oh. Let's
Pick
go
it
for the Real
wisely.
Housewives. Let's go for the Real Housewives of Atlanta
Okay.
reunion.
Okay. So before we get into that, I'm putting this is Hope's Corner. Okay. And the bitch that goes in the corner this week, but for all the right reasons, is Miss Motherfucking Phaedra bitch. I
Girl.
had to put her in the corner, but Phaedra goes in the corner that got caviar waiting for her and a violinist playing her favorite song because that bitch is the queen mother of IPlayPetty.com.org, and then she coined the phrase and then EDU educational site because I have never seen anybody with that amount of petty just sitting on their shoulders. Like, I can't.
I, I would not even put her in the corner that you're putting her into. That's kind of like a luxurious corner. I'm putting that bitch in the motherfucking corner with the fucking spiders and the cobwebs. Because, yes, I agree. I agree that she's petty and shady as fuck, but that's fun she pulled. And then for you to just sit there on air and just lie, bitch, I'm like, really? If I was Portia, I would have reached over and slapped that bitch so motherfucking hard Apollo would feel the fucking ref in fucking jail. Like, I would have let Phaedra Parks have it. And then she had absolutely nothing to say. And then we've already confirmed that you are a fucking liar. And you're just like completely nonchalant and just you've done nothing wrong. I'm like, bitch, really?
But I think that people show themselves to be who they are, and we don't believe them. And now that she's shown herself to be who she is, everybody in their feelings. But I've been to Phaedra when that doesn't.
Girl, the gag is Phaedra has been a liar and a
From the
scammer for years.
beginning.
From the
She's been
fucking
a
get-go.
bitch. The gag is that motherfucker has been Joanne's best friend since before the trend, bro.
That's Joanne's auntie, bitch.
That's Joanne's auntie, bitch. Where you think the Joanne came from? From Phaedra. Okay.
But yeah, I would have slapped the fucking taste. I would have slapped every fucking taste bud off of Phaedra's tongue if I were what's that bitch named Portia.
But Portia's stupid. She still think the Underground Railroad run under somebody's house. I just can't get with her. I can't be with Portia. She ain't all the way there, and she's so pretty, but she just not all the way there.
You know she going through anger management. Leave her alone.
You know what you're not gonna do is throw that subtle piece of shade. What you're not gonna do is throw that subtle piece of shade. That's what you're not gonna do. That you're not gonna do that. No, you're not. Okay.
That's what she's trying to. She's trying to center herself.
Stop your shit.
She's trying to be one with the earth.
I'm gonna be one with this dial tone in a minute because I'm going. Oh my god. Okay, so
what next, bitch?
I gotta jump into my vet session. Okay, I gotta jump into my vet session. So this week, I was walking in the airport, and the worst of the worst could possibly happen.
Girl, what you do?
My wig.
Oh, bitch, why was I just about to say that?
My wig, Lord, my wig, y'all. I lost her for the first time in the history of Hopedom. I lost her. I was tooting it and booting it through the airport on my way to see my little boo at the Ben and Jerry's stand. And on my way to the Ben and Jerry's stand, okay, he just, he was looking. And I was happy, and thank God he went in the back. As soon as he went in the back, and I started to try to make my chopsticks bounce to make the titties shake a little bit on the way up, the leg slid. And I just want to think that it's because I added 2 extra bundles that I did not need. Um, but yeah, she
Girl, I would have
found
been fighting the air. I would have been fighting the air. Bitch, you
the,
not
the
gonna snatch my wig and think you can get away with it.
but you know the first like, and that's not even was part of this Indian guy walks up and he's like, man, I mean, I mean, and like, thank God I'm not just bald head under my wigs, and I was braided
Hmm.
down all cute and whatnot.
I was just about to say that, girl. I hope you were braided down real
Oh
nice.
no,
You had a
oh
real
no,
thin braid
oh no,
pattern going on, cause
oh no,
ooh,
she was beehive, baby. She was trust me,
yes,
she was, yeah, she was
giving the girls honeycomb.
yeah, exactly. But like I lost the wig, and like just before he came out, I was able to slap the bitch back on and shake her loose. But like I was
Yeah.
like in the middle, and all of this happened within the time span of like all of 60 seconds. Like all of
Oh,
this shit happens. He went in the back to grab God knows what, and he never saw any of it. And thank God there were no black people around because all white people were just like, oh my God, oh my God,
bitch, I would have
oh
tucked
my
and rolled
God.
so quick, and by the time I stood back up, my wig would have been back on my head.
But that's the thing. Like there was no room for Mr. and Mrs. Smith action. Like I just had to let it happen. Like I just once I realized it was sliding, I just had to let it happen. Cause the cat came off.
Yeah.
Like it was just bad. Like it was. Y'all pray for me in my wig. Okay, pray for me in my wig.
You
But
need to put some extra clips up under there,
oh no, no, I'm
especially if you're
doing
gonna be
got to be
giving
glued.
Baywatch tease, girl.
I'm
Put
gonna
some
be doing
put,
got to be glued. I
get
can't.
some get some adhesive strips or something if you're gonna be giving Baywatch
But
tease,
baby,
bitch.
I'm gonna be doing something. I'm getting some double-sided tape or some shit. I can't. So
Is it my turn to vent?
go ahead and vent, but we have to address our angry black but woke woman because she did send another listen letter, and I'm not sure if you saw.
Okay, I'm gonna make this real motherfucking quick. I've
Make
been
it
talking
make it
about
quick.
this for a few days. Niggas ain't shit, and I don't understand why communication is so it's effective. Let me correct myself. Effective communication. I don't understand why it's so non-existent. Like this nigga the other day, and I hope he listens to this fucking episode. So we have a history of him calling me on FaceTime and doing other things. For all of those iPhone users out there, you know if you call somebody and you switch to another application outside of the fucking FaceTime app, it's gonna put the person that you called on pause, right?
Right.
So every time this happens, I'm like, hey, respectfully, just give me a call back whenever you finish your conversation or whatever the case might be, right? So Sunday, I'm guessing he was in his feelings or whatever the case might have been. You know, he probably was high off the Holy Ghost because he went to church. I don't know what the fucking issue was. He FaceTimes me and puts me on pause. So I say to him, hey, just give me a call back whenever you get home. Bitch, don't you know he hung up in my fucking face?
Oh,
Hanging up in my face is kind of sort of up there with spitting in my face. So I
yes.
opened up the iMessage application and I politely sent him a text message and said, please tell me that accidentally hung up the phone in my face. Bitch, don't you know he responded, nope. So after that, I was like, you know what, motherfucker, you ain't got to worry about ever calling me, and you don't have to worry about me calling you. This is the end of it. And he's going to make a comment talking about something. You said it. I know what the fuck I said. The text message came from my number, didn't it? You dumb. I just don't understand. Like, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I just don't understand. Like, the respectful thing for you to do is to either, hey, especially if you know you have a fucking conversation going on with somebody via text message, and it's obviously more important than our FaceTime call. You wait until after that conversation is over, and then you pick up the motherfucking phone and FaceTime me. Don't FaceTime me mid motherfucking conversation, bitch.
Right.
Whew, I'm done. I done got hot. Mine started sweating. Whew. I need to go to anger management like motherfucking Portia.
Oh, bitch,
Because these niggas got me fucked up.
you go. I'm gonna need you to find a new doctor, bitch. Because obviously you're symptomatic. Don't
That's
do
my
it.
confession for this week.
Don't fucking do it.
I
Okay.
just don't. I don't know if anybody else deals with that. So if you're listening to this, if you've dealt with some shit like this, leave that in a motherfucking listener's letter. I want to hear what you've dealt with. Shit. I know I'm not the only bitch, but anyways, go ahead, my friend.
So last but not least on this agenda is our list letter, and she did request that we respond. Because she did apologize. She said that I want to apologize for the way that I came at your team. I'm assuming that's because Kwame got her ass all the way together because Kwame gets bitches together. Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Ow.
I'm assuming Kwame got her all the way together. And so, I think this was a response to him as well as, a listen letter to us. And she says,
Mhm.
I want to apologize for the way that I came at your team. I do agree with you that the way that I came at you guys was sideways. Majority of my anger comes from the massive disrespect towards Black women. I understand, and you know what? I'm a pause right there, as if I'm not a Black woman, and that's one of those things that I say verbiage is key because you're
Mhm.
basically saying that Hope is not a Black woman when you say that. But anyway, um,
Mhm.
I understand that everyone is different and has different Black experiences, and it's just unfortunate that those experiences cannot be unified and focus on blah, 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 blah. And like my mom says, there's different strokes for different folks, and I want to address one thing that Hope said in her response. Please do not mistake my anger for homophobia or transphobia. I'm a proud lesbian and I volunteer for a program that's specifically designed for Black trans women in transitioning from homeless to a stable lifestyle. I owned up to my point of projecting my transgressions onto you, and hopefully you do the same with your audience member. Basically, I felt like I needed to respond to your response. Keep doing you and putting on great episodes. Still angry and woke, but momentarily calm.
Okay. Can since I was a little um comatose whenever we responded to
Mm-hmm.
her the listener's letter that she's speaking of, I'm just going to say this. I'm gonna start out by saying I accept your apology. However, due to the condition that I was in during that particular episode, you were spared because I had several bullet points for you. Now I'm going to address the unification part of this listener's letter. A lot of us, a lot of the woke individuals, they constantly throw that term out there, unity and unification and all of that good stuff. But the divisiveness is caused by our people. It starts with us. So my question to you is, what are you doing besides what's the word I can besides forcing your transgressions onto other people? What are you doing to bridge the gap of communication? What are you doing to evoke change? What are you doing to evoke unification in the community? That's what I would like to know. Because we always run after that term unity, but we're not doing anything to promote unity. That's all I got to say about it. But I accept your apology wholeheartedly, and Jesus saved you last episode. Amen.
So I too want to say that I accept the apology. I understand that you were able to be woman enough to own up to what you said, and I get that. Uh, However, I think that what a lot of people fail to realize is that when somebody says that you say something that's triggering to a community does not mean that I'm calling you homo or transphobic. I'm just saying that what you said was triggering, not that it was, bigotry. And that's just, what it is. However, you volunteering for a trans organization is fine and dandy. It's great, but that doesn't mean that, you're not trans or homophobic. It doesn't, prove anything. There are priests that rape boys in the church. That doesn't, so that's like one of those things where I'm like, it's kind of like using the whole, I have a Black friend when you're white. It doesn't really help your case to mention those things. I'm happy that you do them, but it doesn't really help your case to mention those things. So when you're defending your points, try to leave out the community service work that you do because you do those things because you like to do them and the causes are important to you, not because you want to be able to throw them up in somebody's faces and the event that an argument ensues.
Mhm.
It's a very Caucasian way of handling things, especially when you're in I guess like a small discrepancy or a disagreement with people. You don't want to kind of just bring up the whole, well, I do this, so there's no way that I could possibly be so and so, because that's what they
Mhm.
do to us all the time. And I just want you to
Exactly.
think about it from that standpoint. I do want to say that I don't think that anything that me or 50 said was out of line. Like I said, I do believe that he held it together way more than he would have if he had been sober. Um, but I definitely
Right.
think that I chose my words carefully, and I do acknowledge that they might have been triggering to you, but I don't think that I was disrespectful. So an apology might not be something that I'm willing to issue, but I will say that we're going to agree that we had just different opinions on the situation, and that's amazing. We want you guys to have different opinions than us, and when you guys call in, we want you all to be able to speak your mind and voice your opinion. And I don't care if you write 1,000 listen letters and disagree. We love the conversation, we love the feedback. You're obviously an intelligent woman, and we want you to continue to listen even if you don't agree with us on some of the topics. We strongly agree with that. So thank you for writing in and apologizing for what you felt was disrespect, but I don't think that either myself or 50 disrespected you. So I don't think that it warrants an apology from us. However, I will say that, we will be sure to remember that some of the things that we dish back out to people, they may not be ready for. So that'll be my 2 cents on that. 50, unless you have anything else to say, I think we're good on this episode.
I don't have anything else to say. Hope I want to say to you, just make sure you exercise your cock holsters tonight.
You get on my fucking nerves. You get on my nerves. That ain't their business.
They don't
But
know what we're talking
anyway,
about.
thank you guys for tuning in to After the Blaze. I want to encourage you guys to go over and listen to our big sister podcast, Blaze Entertainment, and go ahead and listen to that now, as well as some of the spotlight episodes at intotheblades.com. They have a beautiful, beautiful spotlight episode up right now that's actually pretty freaking informative with the mother of podcasts, which is freaking amazing. So we hope that you guys tune into that, listen to the other podcasts that we have to offer at Pyro Media Network, and we will see you guys next week for another episode of After the Blaze. Bye.
Bye, bitches.
Bye,